The modal component is a basic way to present content above and enclosing view. Let me show you. What if you want to display something above this screen? How to do this? First, you need to import the modal component from React Native. Then you need to render it here. Modal. Okay. And let's press save. Now we are inside the modal. Let's add, for example, a text. Let's let's type let's just type modal is opened. Oops, we got here an error. Property text doesn't exist because we use the text without importing it from React Native. So let's import it. Now, if you see here is the text at the top here. We can make it, we can give it style to make it more visible. Font size, for example, 90. Oops, this is very big. Let's make it 50. And let's give it margin top of 50, for example. Now you get the text here, modal is opened, because the default value of modal is visible. If you want to make it not visible, just you need to add this property, visible, and make it false, like this, and press save. Now the modal is not visible. If we just return it to true, now modal is open. You can add animation type, for example, slide. Now if you switch the modal, see what happens? It got slide from top to the down. Let's make it true and see. Look what happens. It got from down to the top. You can make it slide or fade, but I prefer slide. Okay, that's the animation type. Now we want to open the modal and close the modal from buttons. How to do this? To do this, we're gonna use the use state hook that we've talked about before. So let's import it from React. Use state from React, and let's create use state, and the initial value is gonna be false because we want the initial value of the modal is gonna be false. And this use state hook is return an array. This array has two elements. First, the state, and the second, the set state. We can rename the state of modal visible. And the set state is gonna be set modal visible, like this. So now we can update the state using this set modal visible, and we can use the state using this modal visible. So instead of passing true, we're gonna pass modal visible here and press save. So the modal is closed. If we just make this true, it's gonna be open. Okay, and false is gonna be closed. So now let's create a function. When I press on this button, we're gonna open this modal. For example, this button, let's add onPress property. When I press on this button, we're gonna create a function called, and inside this function, we're gonna set this modal visible to be true. So now when we press on this button, show modal, not model, sorry for this mistake. When I press on show modal button here, we're gonna set the modal visible to be true. Let me show you. Look, now it's visible. Now let's add another button here to make this modal closed. So let's inside this modal, we can copy this line of code and change it like this. We can only change this show to close modal, and instead of set modal visible true, we're gonna make it false to close it. Now when we press on close modal, now modal is gone. Now we can show it and close it, show it and close it. Thanks for this hook, use state hook. Now here inside this modal, you can render anything that you want over the screen, above another screen.